Morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this tutorial from. My name is Dulu Afalakemi, your tutor for this module. This module is about bamboo sleeve, bamboo upward sleeve. We'll be doing 11 style line sleeve. This is what it will look like when we are done, the one tone and the two tone. Without further ado, let's get started. What you require to be able to achieve this are we'll be working on two different sleeve, one tone and two tone. As such, we'll be doing two different we'll be needing two lining. That's sorted. Let's draw up our lines for what we're about to make. Of course, we'll be drawing 11 lines because we want to bring out a 11 style line sleeve. Once the lines are drawn, you label them starting from 1 up to 11. That done, we start cutting. You cut from line 1, you cut but don't cut through. You open up, fix your pattern paper in the gap you created, tape it in place on one side, flip it over, ensure that the gap is 3 inches wide. You can do more than that, but for this tutorial we'll be doing 3 inches. Mark it up, rule it to ensure it's straight, cut off the excess and tape the other leg in place. Ensure you reinforce the edge or else it might end up breaking open later on. The line I'm drawing now is just to highlight the joining. Put an arrow to show where it would face to avoid mix-up later and label it gap 1. Fold it in and cut off the excess. Line 1 done, now to line 2. Extend line 2 into the gap we've created in gap 1. Then cut through. Then cut but don't cut through. Put your pattern paper, tape it in place. Tape one leg in place rather. Flip it over, open it up to 3 inches. Mark it, rule it to ensure it's straight. Cut off the excess and tape in the second leg. Reinforce the edge, highlight your joining, label it with an arrow to show where it would face and also label its gap 2. Fold it in place, press it down and cut off the excess. Ensure that the lines look like it's still a continuation. If it's not looking that way, you're not doing it right. That's done. Now to line 3. Draw a line in the crease that's been created in gap 2. Connect line 3 into gap 2. Use the lines as a guide to cut. Cut but don't cut through. Open it up, tape in your pattern paper on one side. Flip it over, open it up and ensure it's 3 inches. Mark it out, roll it out, cut off the excess and tape in the second leg. Reinforce the edge, Highlight your join. Gap 3, show your arrow. That's done. The remainder of what will be done is a repetition of this, so let's hasten it up. The process is the same till the end. Let's hasten it up. This is the 10th line. The gap remains 3 inches. Rule it, cut off the excess, tape in the second leg. All done. Now we're folding to be sure everything is in order. Nice, it looks good. Now let's convert to fabric. Option 1, one-tone fabric. Lay it flat, I mean very flat, to ensure there are no bumps and folds anywhere. If your fabric is not smooth enough, you can endeavor to iron it at this stage to ensure you don't have funny looking sleeve when you're done. And if your table is not big enough, you can decide to go on the floor. Although I custom made this table for this purpose, so my table is really big to accommodate this. As such, if you need to get on the floor, you have to. Please do. No need to add anything, just cut as the pattern is on the paper, on the fabric rather. Every cut, ensure you duplicate it on the fabric. That's what I'm checking here. All that's done. Let's fold it in place and prep it for steam pressing, so that we can be able to convert and we can be able to transfer the folds onto the fabric. Also, I didn't state this, the pins should be on the part that is not gaps. As such, you don't pin on gaps, you pin outside of the gaps. That's the back. All steamed. Now we remove the pins so we can detach the pattern paper from the fabric. That done, we'll separate them. Let's fold it to be sure we still have what we think we have. Yes, there it is. Now let's go on to sew it together so that everything can stand in one place. From 11, mark 1 centimeter. That will be your sewing allowance from the fold. Pin it in place. Rule your line. That will be the guide on how to sew it. Take it to your sewing machine. Once it's done, go on to line 10. The same thing all the way till you get to line 1. That was line 2. Line 2 done, now line 1. All done. That's the back view. Now let's place our lining. This process was included because the whole process is for you to be able to use it in your garment creation, so you know how to complete it and fix it to whatever it is you're making. There it is. Flip it. Just a little adjustment and you can decide to press it, and you're done. Ready to be fixed to your body. Now to the two-tone. Option 2. We'll be cutting through gap 11. You can decide to cut through any gap, but the what you have to notice, whatever it is you're cutting through, it has to be hidden within one of the gaps, so that your joining is not showing on the outside of the fabric of the finished garment once you're done. Add your sewing allowance there. I'm using 1 centimeter. Roll it up. Align your ruler to the edges there and connect with a straight line. Cut off the excess. That's done. Let's go to the other fabric. Lay it flat. I can't overemphasize that enough. Add your seam allowance there to 1 centimeter. Roll it out. Align your ruler to the edges and connect. Cut off the excess, then notch the points where the two patterns are supposed to meet. Sew them in place. That's what it looks like at the back after I've pressed it open. Now we'll fold it. From here on till the last is like what was done in option 1. As such, we would hasten this up to, so we don't waste my time. All done. Press it, detach the pins, and get it ready to be sewn like it was done in option 1. Let's arrange it. Yes, there it is. There's a pattern. And there is our option 1. Option 1 will be pulled open. Okay, here it is. Option 1, option 2. Option 1 is a 1-tone, option 2 is a 2-tone, and the pattern is there as a pattern, all finished. Thank you for your time. This particular session is actually called Creative Pattern Making 1, and it has 5 different modules in it. Bamboo upward is what was just completed. Bamboo downward is the opposite of it. Vortex, everything listed here would be done on sleeve. Although we had other sessions, we have the creative pattern making 2, which has to do with bodies. Creative pattern making 3, which has to do with a fusion of sleeve and bodies. And we have transformational reconstruction. Whatever it is you might require, send us a mail, WhatsApp chat, or a phone call. We'll be ready to attend to any of your inquiry. We'd love to work with you.